Good afternoon, May 3rd, 2022. I haven't been live in a while. I let a few people come on. Summer Wells, Summer Wells. Uh, so, I've been following the Summer Wells case continuously since November 2021. I know she's been missing since June 15th, 2022 or 2021. So I jumped on the case June, July, August, September, October, November, 5 months. 5 months after Summer Wells went missing. Hey, how are you? I jumped on the case. But I just want to talk about some of the things I've learned in the last couple weeks, right? Um, with the Wells case. So you see the thumbnail of the description of this case, right? Or description of this video. I support the Humane Society. I support Hawkins County Humane Society. And I do. Um, so as a lot of you guys know, that you guys heard that a few weeks ago there was a dead dog found on the property of Don and Candus Wells on Ben Hill Road, Hawkins County, Rogersville, Tennessee. That is true. That is true. I personally saw it, and I'm going to explain what I saw and what happened. And then after this live, I'm going to start posting videos. You know, I was contemplating whether I should actually post the graphic nature of what I saw. You know, I might white it out or edit it a little bit so it doesn't offend people, because, you know, it really got to me. Seeing a dead dog that I believe was on their property. But we'll talk about that a little bit, because the Humane Society said that the dog was on the road when they went and found it. But we'll I'll post videos down the line, show you what transpired. But I was a little bit when I saw it, I was very, very emotional, very, very emotional. You know, I had mixed feelings. You know, I actually had tears in my eyes. It was that bad, what I saw. And the reason for that, okay, so all of us, we go driving all the time, or we walk down the street all the time, and, you know, unfortunately, sometimes we see dead dogs. We see dead dogs on the side of the road that were hit by a car, or, got out, maybe got in a fight with another dog, but we see dead dogs, right? And I don't get emotional. You know, it's bad. I feel so bad for the dog. When I'm driving down the road and I see a dead dog on the side of the road, I try not to really look at it. You see it there and you're just like, oh man, poor dog. But you keep going on, you know, you get a little upset, but it's not traumatizing, right? So, you know, we were up at the Wells house for months, speaking to people about the dogs. There is dogs running around the Wells property. We went up there one time in January and fed the dogs. We went to the store. We went to a pet store. I think it was like PetSmart. Went in there, our group at the time, went in there and bought like $200 worth of dog food, something like that. Over 100, maybe like $200. I don't know. I actually did a video with a receipt. I'd have to go back. But we bought a lot of dog food, took it to the property. Many dogs came out. It is known that Don and Candus Wells breed dogs on their property, right? Looking around for summer in the Beach Creek area, the times that I was there. Now, I was there 6 times. I was there 6 times in that area, 6 times since November 2021. And always see dogs running around the Wells property, but I do never seen stray dogs running anywhere else outside that property. Like, never seen stray dogs running loose along Beach Creek. Never seen dogs run loose outside the Wells property, you know, down Ben Hill Road, back in that holler, Simpson Road, that split. That's a little bit, you know, some of you guys have been out there and know what I'm talking about, but never seen stray dogs there. Always seen the dogs around their driveway or coming down their mountain. We had a conversation with Don Wells multiple times on the telephone, and Don Wells told us that the dogs were strays. He would refer to the dogs as stray dogs. He would never he would never say ownership, that they were in fact his dogs that we were seeing around his property. We'd always say the strays will be coming around the strays, but we feed the strays, but they're strays. So he kept using the word stray, stray, stray. We've seen pictures of Summer holding puppies. We've seen pictures of family members on the Wells property with dogs. It's our understanding that dogs are being bred on that property. Occasionally another dog gets another one pregnant and they breed more dogs and then they have more dogs. But it seems like Don and Candus Wells call these dogs strays. And I say strays because the other day, or not the other day, about a few weeks ago, back up there looking for Summer, driving past and through, and I saw a dead dog in their driveway. And it was bad. When I pulled up, because I was doing filming. I was filming, I have a mount in my car, and I was filming, and I was just filming. I was filming from Chimney Loop Creek Road, which is over the other side of the mountain. I was all in that area doing a lot of footage, just getting an idea and perspective of what that area looks like. Trying to talk to anyone, if they're familiar. I did see a lot of signs of Summer Wells way over there, and that's probably about 5 miles over the other side of that big giant hill. But I worked my way back, was going along Beach Creek, doing the filming, and I just wanted to see what, if anyone was around the wells, like if anyone's hanging out there or what's going on at the wells, what's the latest, anything changed. And, there's a big sign there up on their hill now that says, "Where's Summer?" So I drove up, I went off Beach Creek, went up Ben Hill Road, and then when I was getting closer to their driveway, I saw it. I saw it was the dog, right? And it was a big dog. It wasn't, I don't think it was a puppy. It was a big sized dog, and there was another animal eating it. There was flies all over the place. There were buzzards. It was just, they're all in there. It was like fresh. It was like within, a couple days. I immediately got out and started filming it, and I immediately teared up. I thought it was so bad because, going back to what I was saying, you see dead dogs on the side of the street all the time and you think they got hit. But in this particular case, we've been hearing stories and seeing firsthand the dogs running around loose at that home. We've been corresponding with Sandy Beek, or Behke, the director of the Hawkins County Humane Society. And, she would tell us, they would go there a lot of times to feed their dogs because of complaints. We reviewed the 911 calls at the property of the Wells, probably from like 16 all the way up through 2021. There was multiple calls to the Wells property just for the dogs. Like, there were 911 calls just for the dogs. The Humane Society, however, did say, they would go out and the dogs seemed to be fine. At the time they would go out and they would feed the dogs, whatever, like that. But then, we speak to Allie and their gang, from Kingsport, that were former friends of Don and Candus Wells. And they, would emphasize that, Don would shoot BB guns at the dogs and the dogs would be malnutritioned. And, Dudley Ajon told me off the record, about animals and dogs up there, multiple amounts of dogs being unfed and stuff like that. So you hear stories now from people firsthand that were there. You're seeing for yourself the dogs that are running around there. So seeing that dead dog there was not surprising. It was like, oh my God, shame. And that's where my mindset was. I was furious. I was furious. And I wasn't furious at the Humane Society. I wasn't furious at Hawkins County sheriffs, who are doing a great job. I was furious at Don and Candus Wells because it's just a continuous pattern of who they are, right? Abandonment, neglect, abuse, just that whole web of their character. And it was not surprising. I felt so bad for that dog because that dog probably had a chance. Now, I don't know if the dog got ran over or hit by a car there. There's not a lot of traffic there on Ben Hill, and I'm sure you can't just speed the way that where the dog was, you can't just speed up that hill. We've seen cars go through there all the time. You're going like maybe like 10, 15 miles an hour. It's you know, it's a paved road, but it's kind of rocky, with, you know, loose gravel. So it's not like cars are flying around there. So you would suspect if a car did hit it or someone hit it, yeah, I don't think it probably did get hit, but I don't think, you know, dogs are in danger around that particular area, because it's, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that, you know, I don't think no one there would purposely run over a dog or even just leave it there. What I do think that might have happened, and this is just a theory, obviously we've been seeing videos of Candus Wells at the time going on YouTube. She seems, you know, like she's under the influence of something, drunk. She's been hanging out. Candus Wells has been hanging out with a YouTuber or a supporter by the name of Kathy Clayton. Kathy Clayton from Jefferson City, Tennessee. She lives about an hour in a trailer, an hour away from Don and Candus Wells. At the time that, you know, went up there, Candus was not around that house. They were not around that house. And we were also told, because I am friends with people that actually know in Don and Candus Wells, and they do tell me things, that grandma was actually in Wisconsin at the time. So no one was around the house. So I don't know what happened to that dog. My thoughts was that Candus could have been jumped into her Subaru and rolled down that hill and hit her own dog, and just, you know, disregarded it or didn't see and just kept going. And, you know, because she was, you know, she does her things, you know. So it was bad about the dog, you know, and I notified some of the people that I communicate with, some other YouTubers that I, you know, correspond with and share information or whatnot. So the first key was to, you know, notify the sheriffs, notify the Hawkins County Sheriff immediately of, you know, what happened with the dogs. We wanted to get it documented. We know that a dog died there prior, and I heard another YouTuber came and took a puppy off that property. You know, we just wanted to document it just to show the continuous pattern. So the individuals called the Hawkins County Sheriffs, and the Hawkins County Sheriffs said they're not going to go out there. This is a Humane Society issue. Contact the Humane Society. They're responsible for these type of things, right? So the people that called the Hawkins County Sheriff, you know, they recorded the conversation just, you know, just for proof and documentation. So they referred to the Humane Society. Well, the Humane Society called the Humane Society, and Humane Society would just, the voicemail would pick up. Nobody would answer their phone or whatnot, you know. So these individuals kept calling back a Hawkins County Sheriff. You know, what are you going to do about it? And they pretty much said they're not going to do nothing. You know, it's roadkill. You know, it's roadkill. So that's the situation there. So I made a posting online, you know, kind of mad at the Humane Society for not doing their job. I didn't make a YouTube video, but I made a Facebook post kind of saying, calling out the Humane Society. And but then I took it down. The post about 30 minutes later, because I was really upset, right? Because it's a dog, you know, and I'm a passionate animal lover. I'm sure you guys are too. I have a cat. I love my cat. Sorry, my phone was ringing. I have a cat I love my cat like a child. And so I was very passionate to find answers. And, you know, I was kind of blaming the Humane Society, saying, hey, you guys, you know, have an obligation to do something about this. You guys failed to, you know, take action. You failed to, you know, come to the property and, do something about it. But then I started doing some research. I'm like, well, is the Humane Society animal control? Are they animal control? And they're not, believe it or not. And then I started looking into more about who the Humane Society is and what their role is, right? So Hawkins County, believe it or not, does not have, it's an animal control is separate from the Humane Society. Humane Society, this one, Hawkins County Humane Society, is a 501c. It's a nonprofit, right? They're not obligated to do anything. They don't work for the county. They're their own individuals. They receive donations. They take in animals, you know, and help find, you know, animals good homes and whatnot. They're not responsible by going out checking on animals, because they get calls. And Hawkins County, believe it or not, the sheriff's office, the way I'm reading it with some of these newspapers, Rogersville Review did some of these newspapers that you could read about. They go and they get calls. Hawkins County gets calls all the time about, abuse, wild animals, stray animals, animals that are hurt and stuff like that. They do not have a humane society. And I live in Florida. If I see an animal running loose, I can call my county. I live in Pinellas County, Florida, and Pinellas County, most of the counties in Florida have a animal control department that is funded by the taxpayers. Taxpayers pay, that department, their salary individuals. So if there's a stray dog or, a dog with rabies running around or, a hurt dog, whatever like that, the animal control will come and get that dog. Hawkins County, Tennessee does not have that. They don't have that kind of department. But they're trying. They're trying. I'm going to read a couple of reports here, but they're trying. So that I kind of understood at that point. And then I kind of stepped back and said, okay, well, this is not the Humane Society's fault. They do the best they can, right, with the resources they got. And apparently they don't have a lot of resources. There's just a few staff members there. And, they're doing the best they can. But they can't be Superman. They can't be superheroes and just respond all the time to everyone's call, because that's not their role. So after I made a Facebook post, believe it or not, someone from that Humane Society, Hawkins County Humane Society, sent me a message on Facebook. I saw it in my spam box. I'm going to read it. I'm not going to identify the individual because I say she, but she doesn't want to be identified. She specifically said that, but I will read what she said, and it was kind of like, I got a little bit of gist and understanding of what they are, because I did make a post. I do have a big following, so a lot of people see my post. It got shared. I did not make any videos about the Humane Society calling them out, though. She responds. She's from Rogersville, Humane Society. Inside of hiding behind a computer screen, come out and help at the shelter and live in their shoes for a week. If you only knew what they dealt with on a daily basis, you would understand. Short staffing, multiple employees working long hours before and after their shifts, animals needing help everywhere across the county. This is a small shelter that runs off very little funding from the county and most of donations from the community. Instead of harassing them, come help them. Stop posting about them on Facebook and come make a YouTube about you helping them help the animals. So I respond. She sends me just a random message in my box. I respond, hi, do you work there? She responds, I do not want to be in any of your videos. And I'm not identifying this individual. I volunteer there every chance I get and often help them in rescues when they need it. I respond, hello. There are dogs running around loose on the property unattended. Can you guys save them? No breathing being, animal or person is safe on the Wells property. So that's, what I said to her. She goes, well, listen, they have already spoken to that person that is caring for the animals, and they have had staff out there to address the situation that has been caused by the video that you posted and taken down, as well as other YouTubers, and the animals that are on their property are being taken care of and are not in any harm. Bullying a small nonprofit humane society and making calls to the local police department is just foolish. We have been out there. The police have been out there. We have no rights to take animals away. They are being taken care of and have shelter, food, and water. I said, hello. I never posted any videos on YouTube. I said, Candus goes on trips and just leaves the dogs running around the property. She responds, the staff there are running on a skeleton crew and are very short-staffed. The animal in question is not one of theirs, Mr. or Mrs. Wells' dogs. It could well been a drop-off stray or another neighbor's dog that was hit by a car. One of the staff was out there investigating the matter because of the video. I said, I never made a video. That was not me. We are aware of this, and we have since placed several other animals in homes that are well and happy. She reaches out to us when she is in need of help for animals. I said, who reaches out to you? She responds, Candus and Grandma. I said, good to know. Do you trust them, though, considering their daughter is missing? And she goes, who, Mr. and Mrs. Wells? I cannot comment on something I do not know or have never had any interactions with them personally. I do know that the people in the Humane Society have been helping with them and the animals. I respond, that's good to hear that you are helping. 2 dogs have died on that property. Hopefully no more dogs die. She responds, the part of the county is known for drop-off as well as mine because it is out in the country. I have taken numerous dogs and found homes for them just because of where we live. I said, other people are making YouTube videos about the dogs. I've never made any videos. And that is the truth. I didn't make any videos. She responds, I'm sorry for assuming you were making the videos. Can you get a hold of the people that are making the videos and tell them to stop making videos calling us out? I respond, I will do my best. I said, you can put in a YouTube search. There are videos of it. I never made any videos. I made a Facebook post what others were saying and my own personal feelings, but I took it down out of respect. She goes, thank you, and I appreciate it very much. Just the 3 hours I was there today, I spent my time on the phone talking to people or calling people from my personal number to try and take some of the stress off them. I respond, people are very passionate about animals, including myself. When people see or hear about animals being abused, whether it's true or not, people get outraged. And that is true. She goes, I understand that, and trust me, but bashing these people who are just trying to help does not help at all. I get enraged in myself, but I also try to help. I'm not by volunteering them, by donating to them. They have been trying to get funds to build a bigger shelter, but it's been hard. I said, God bless you and be safe. I plan to make a donation to the Humane Society soon. And that's where I left it. So the Humane Society there does not, they're not animal control. They're a 501c. So I do not support anyone contacting the Humane Society en masse or encouraging other people to contact the Humane Society. They have no role. I encourage everyone to leave the Humane Society alone. They're doing the best they can. There's some articles out there. I'm going to read some articles. This is from the Times News Net. This is from the Times News Net. I guess it's a local newspaper in Rogersville. And here's what the article says. Is it time for Hawkins County to create an animal control program? And this was an article just a few years ago. On Tuesday alone, the Hawkins County office was dispatched to 2 animal complaints, one in which involved 2 dogs being poisoned in Bulls Gap, one involving dogs killing sheep near Rogersville. Most neighboring counties have an animal control program, as do 4 of Hawkins County 5 municipalities: Mount Carmel, Churchill, Sergeantsville, and Rogersville. But Hawkins County itself does not have an animal control program. Considering the fact that deputies answered more than 500 animal complaints in 2019, some county commissioners are now asking if it's time for Hawkins County to implement their own animal control program as well. John Metz, who chairs the Hawkins County Commission's Public Safety Committee, PSC, put the subject on a countywide animal control on the agenda for Wednesday's meeting. Metz says he wants to begin the discussion and gauge interest in creating county-wide animal control. Metz also wants to determine if municipalities have programs in place that would be interested in a partnership with the county or sharing their expenses. So they're trying to find solutions here to get Hawkins County an animal control program so they can actually go out and help these animals. Like, you know, when you see a dead animal or you know about animal abuse, they do not have that at this time. This county does not have it. It seems there is a lot of effort placed on the sheriff's office with a much larger volume of calls about a particular issue that what I've realized. They're certainly tying up significant manpower in doing that. Commissioner Tom Kern who is also a Church Hill Alderman resident, says the city's animal control officers stay very busy. So it basically is Hawkins County Humane Society manager Sandy Behnke told the Times News Thursday that the sheriff's office is often overrun answering calls involving humans, and there's not always enough time for them to answer about animal complaints. In this week alone, I had 6 calls on neglected animals and abandoned in homes, she said. As for strays, in a week, I would say we get between 5 to 10 or more calls. I stress to each caller we cannot go out to anyone's property unless we have an officer on the scene, and we direct them to central dispatch. Many times the officers are very busy and these calls go unanswered. She added, if we had just one animal control officer in the county, it would put a dent in the problem. I've been asking for county animal control for many years now. There are so many animals that are running around large, neglected, and abandoned. The stories and calls we receive are heartbreaking. There's no question if we need animal control, it is an urgent matter. It would put and then some of the county commissioners, Alvis, Alvis. We definitely need animal control officers in Hawkins County. So they want animal control officers in the county to help in situations like dogs dying, around the home of Can and Don and Candus Wells. Now, I did see the dog dead dog on their driveway. You could argue it's public easement. It's the same driveway, at the bottom where, there's videos of us in the past interacting with other people in that property down on that driveway. Some people are saying, hey, you went onto their property. Other people are saying, hey, that's easement. You can be there. Or maybe by the time the Humane Society got there to see this dog could have been dragged into the road, more into the road. But it was at the time on their property. So that's my thoughts on the Humane Society. There's another article here. I just want to show this article here, share it. And this is recently. This was just in February, so it's a few months ago. Hawkins County Humane Society needs a bigger building. They need a bigger building. The Rogersville Review editor, January 9, needs an animal control office. ASAP is spot on. However, with a new county-wide control officer, the Hawkins County Humane Society would struggle to support any more stray animals with limited kennel and building space. In an adjoining article on January 8th, Sandy Behnke, manager of the Hawkins County Humane Society, outlined the urgent need for more county animal control welfare in an adjoining article. So they're just saying the increase, this dramatic increase in homeless animals creates a pandemic. For several years, the Humane Society has transitioned 700 dogs and 600 cats per year to new homes. In 2021, while unable to accept any more strays or own surrendered animals due to lack of kennel space, they still transitioned close to 1,000 animals to new homes. So last year, the Humane Society up there in Hawkins County, 1,000 animals they got to new homes. But they estimate that they could be double the number of 1,400 to 2,000 animals per year to new homes, if not limited by their building supply and inadequate kennel space. The not-for-profit Hawkins County Humane Society operates an animal shelter since 1989 and has been a no-kill shelter now for over 7 years. The Humane Society thinks the primary limiting factor to effectively use a new Hawkins County Animal Control Officer welfare is their lack of adequate kennel space. The Humane Society has proposed to the Hawkins County for a new adjacent building to their current animal shelters that doubles their animal space. So they're working on it. They're working on getting a bigger facility. So please, everyone, I know there's videos out there of people bashing the Humane Society. And I'm not faulting people for saying that. I think they're really passionate about animals and just don't know the situation for Hawkins County. Again, Hawkins County does not have an animal control like most other counties. Wherever you live, they have that. They have that. So yes, if you have an animal control and the animal control does not go out there and tend animals that are being abused or neglected in abandonment, you should call them. You should call animal control and you should complain and make complaints and document, and get help for those animals. But in this particular situation, this is not the role of the Humane Society. So, they're doing the best they can. They're trying to get a shelter opened. So, bigger space. They're trying to get a animal control there to tend to these animals. Um, that's different than my personal feelings towards Don and Candus Wells. I believe they're animal abusers. I believe they're horrible individuals. We've been on this case for a while, studying every aspects of their life. It's not surprising that Don and Candus Wells neglect and abuse animals just like they did to their children, right? Candus Wells have had children in Burnett County, Wisconsin, that were taken away. Children now in Hawkins County has been taken away from them, and Summer Wells remains missing. Dogs are running around the loose, on that property, probably still right now. And Candus seems to be not there 24 hours. According to friends, she's running around hanging out with this Kathy Clayton. We've seen videos of her hanging out with Ernie Shell. She's not spending a lot of time on that hill. So if there is animals up there, God forbid. I mean, Hawkins County Humane Society can't do nothing about it. So the dogs can remain stray up there and running around loose. If they do work their way down to Beach Creek, that is a busy road, and they could be hit or killed. Or other animals could have attacked their dogs. It's sad. I don't think any animals should be there. But what can you do? What can somebody do? There was a passionate YouTuber that went up and took a puppy, I heard. I don't know much about the facts of that, but I'm sure that person had good faith to take a puppy away because, they hear the stories too, that they're, you just want to help an animal. Even though the animals might belong to somebody else. One time I was going down the street and I saw this little kitty. A kitty had to be like 2 or 3 months old, and it was limping across the road, came in from somebody's property. And I just pulled over and immediately scooped that kitty up. And I put the kitty in the back of my car, put it in a towel. And I just said, whoever owns this kitty forfeited their right to allow a kitty just to run around there loose. The eyes had all kinds of like sap and stuff in it. It was in bad shape. And I took it to a saving place, where they saved the kitty, got the kitty's, antibiotics to clear the eyes. I called the kitty 45, and they found the kitty a nice home, but it did probably belong to somebody. But, out of the kindness of my heart, I did not want to see that kitty ran around. The neighbor, nobody was there at the house. The house was all boarded up where they lived, where I found the kitty. So I scooped it up and I took it, and that's probably in the same situation what you guys would do too. Most of you guys do. If you see just a dog limping around, or a hurt dog, or a stray dog, you don't want to help them. You don't want to see an animal get killed. So that's the situation. How we feel when it comes to Don and Candus Wells. I don't think they have any care in the world for dogs. Don refers to them as stray dogs. That's their way out of it. I do think though that the Wells have built some sort of relationship with the Humane Society in the way, Humane Society made a post or something saying that, taking the Wells position, saying the Wells, Candus, and Don are getting harassed. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's even true. I think that how Don and Candus Wells presents themselves to the Humane Society is they're playing victims. They're saying YouTube people are harassing them, and these are stray dogs. They're not my dogs. And the Humane Society might be buying into that and just taking their side in their position. I wish they would get more objective, because there's probably going to be other instances of dog reports on that property, particularly as this case goes along and it's not solved. There's a lot of attention. The spotlight is on the Wells. All of you guys know any little thing that Don and Candus Wells does, there's videos going out immediately. There's we are all technically watching them with the microscope, like paparazzi, right? We're watching the Wells like paparazzi, trying to cover their every move, and seeing what they're up to, or make a slip up. And that's our right to do, because, this is a public case. The sheriff has made statements saying that, they need the public's help, and we're just trying to find answers of what happened to Summer Wells. I take this case, I've been following this case, and, every day I look at you guys' videos out there, a lot of you YouTube channels that do Candus and Don Wells stuff. Some of you guys do great content, good stuff. Putting out, a lot of theories and stuff like that. And some of the things that some of you channels out there that have been posting on Summer Wells, I take some of that information, I go dig myself and find new avenue and stuff like that, just trying to find answers, trying to find out what actually happened that day, June 15th, 2021. What happened that day? Summer Wells is missing and she needs to be found. So again, please do not call or harass the Humane Society. Um, there's nothing they can do. There's really nothing they can do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make $100 donation to the Humane Society. I've let her know in the messenger that I plan on donating, and I'm going to fulfill that obligation, that commitment, just to help them out. Whether that $100 can get, feed 5 or 10 dogs there for a week or whatever like that. That's what I'm going to do, to give back, and I kind of want to humbly apologize to the Humane Society for drawing conclusions without knowing the facts about their role in the situation and stuff like that. I'm sure the Humane Society is working very hard to save animals. I mean, these people, you got to give respect to any SPCA, Humane Society. I mean, these nonprofits, they just do their best, man, and they see animals come in all the time, and they hear the horror stories and stuff like that, and I'm sure they all get emotional. So you got to have really thick skin and compassion to work at one of those places. I'm sure they don't get paid a lot, the employees. They just do it out of the kindness of their hearts or volunteer and stuff like that. I did that as a kid. When I was like 16 or 17, I used to go to my local SPCA and clean out the dog cages and stuff like that and stuff. It was just a good feeling. Always pet the dogs and give them bones and stuff like that, and then took them out of their cage, to the little area outside where you can walk them and have them run around, throw a ball at them and stuff like that. And a lot of, some dogs were aggressive. Some dogs you couldn't do that to, but most of them are all kind. We want all these dogs to be found a good home and in better environment. Stray dogs, maybe Hawkins County could work on trying to address that issue. That property out there is way out in the middle of nowhere. Look on the property. It's only 1 mile. It's only 1 mile from the Sullivan County line. So they're in Hawkins County, and their address is listed as Rogersville, but they're closer to Kingsport. The Wells are closer to Kingsport than they are Rogersville, for sure, because it only takes them like 20 minutes to get to Kingsport. It takes like 35 minutes to get to Rogersville. And that road is very dangerous. Beach Creek, 347, very, very narrow and curvy, and it's very dangerous and stuff like that. So I'll be posting some videos in the next couple of days. So please subscribe. Just try my best. I'm kind of working on this case. I've worked with others before, but I am working kind of solo now, just doing this myself. I have a lot of allies out there, and respect everyone that's been following this case, everyone that's been working hard to try to get answers or come up with theories. And it is no stone left unturned, right? Because you still have a missing child, and we got to do our best to try to figure out what happened and get justice for Summer. Do I think Summer is alive? I don't think she's alive. Hopefully she can get a proper burial, or is found, and the people responsible are brought to justice, whatever like that. But I'll make more videos. Thanks for listening, everyone. Got a pretty good showing here. A few hundred people, 273. So I appreciate you guys supporting my work. And let me go back to, a lot of times, I put videos and I, drive around and look for Summer. A lot of people go, well, you're not really doing a search. I'm trying to give a perspective of what the area looks like. And I do searches. I do, I've done searches for her, but I also just try to get the footage of what that area looks like, so you can have a visual, what the terrain is, the rolling hills, the trees, the forest, what it all looks like, and to keep Summer's name in the spotlight. If all of you guys just would keep making a video every day about Summer Wells and keeping her name in the spotlight, I think that's very important to do. It prevents the case from getting cold, and it also puts the sheriffs, who are doing a phenomenal job, by the way, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, I put trust that he will get, working hard and will get answers here, and John Pruitt, but we're also putting their feet to the coals to pressure them to keep it up, keep up the work. We do support you. We just want to remind you that Summer's life mattered. 6 years old, not getting much national attention. There is some local WJHL, Rogersville Review, few of them out there doing a great job. Those reporters, I've met with some of those reporters personally. great people. They know a lot about the case and they're on it. So the news is just waiting for something new to develop, just like all of us. Or, you know, but sometimes it takes like YouTubers or, you know, online sleuths to just crack that one piece, you know, like just something that can just be that breaking, to break the case, you know. And that's, you know, what it's about. You know, it's about. So I see a lot of hearts, see a lot of prayers. Pray for real. You know, my own spiritual growth. I am growing on a daily basis, trying to be better. And I do pray for Summer. I do pray for Don and Candus Wells too. I do pray for them, that they will do the right thing and a good resolution will be solved. You know, praying and love and hope supersedes hate. You know, love always wins. Love always wins, right? So God bless everyone. I'll be making more videos. Subscribe, share, and we'll get justice for Summer Wells soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.